Is there a science to beat making?
I think there's definitely some scientific, like, I think there's some math in there and some science for sure. You know, there's definitely like certain formulas that work and don't. But I mean, music is such a human experience, spiritual experience. It's like, you know, I think there's a lot of like formulas that are impossible to calculate that are involved with music. You know, it's just like an unexplained, it's like having like an unexplained missing, it's like dark matter in science. It's like you kind of know what it is, but you don't know what it is. There's a little bit of that going on in music. So, you know, they call it the it factor.
Right.
So,
Yeah. The
yeah.
human factor. I mean, there's music theory.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like, so I compare it to filmmaking, right? Where it's like,
It's similar.
It's a story, right? You
Yeah.
got to tell some sort of story when it comes to film. So I was just curious if like beat making is the same process where it's like, okay, kind of have to have a beginning, middle, and end.
100%. When it comes to that, like storytelling, 100%, very similar. Yeah, you got to tell a story in your beats.
That's a great way to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's also like someone could have something hella technically clean on the camera and you're like, this is a perfect film. But then some dude just comes with some handheld shaky and there's like little and you're like, this is raw.
Well, that's why I feel like that, like the SoundCloud era hit so hard because it wasn't mixed properly. It sounded kind of to a professional ear like shit, but it had that emotion, the rawness. It brought a different vibe to it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I
I
agree.
feel like
bro.
that's what art is all about. To be
Yeah,
agree.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. We're not trying to do cool. We're trying to do fucking groundbreaking.
awesome.
You know, everything got to feel expensive. You know, we're trying to make beats that you can't afford. You know what I mean? Like sonically. So I think there's some little things in there you could do, but it's really just trying to figure out like what is the beat? What's the purpose of the beat? And like if the purpose is for people to dance, then like let's take it all the way there. You know, we can't have any what ifs. Like maybe someone could rap on it, maybe someone could dance to it, maybe someone could. It's like, nah, let's pick a thing and fucking commit to it and like go all the way with it. You know what I mean?
So is that your standard for making beats? Like even to yourself, like if this shit ain't gonna change the game, then
I try not to overthink it. Like
Okay.
I kind of I try to make sure the beat or the song that I'm working on is like the biggest ego in the room. Like the song should have the biggest ego, not the person. So it's like, meaning, you know, do by any means necessary, do what it takes to do what it takes for the sake of the song, right? And it's like sometimes a song or a beat calls for like no drums. Sometimes
Yeah.
a song is yearning for simplicity. Some other songs are yearning for like a gazillion bars and like a crazy hook with like a crazy choir. So, you know, I don't think it's about trying to make the best thing possible. I think it's just like make something that feels like it has purpose
I like that.
in the world.
I like
if
that.
if this thing is meaningless, then
Yeah.
like why did I make it?
Right.
You know, it's like purpose.
Right. We don't need meaningless people. We don't need meaningless experiences.
Yeah.
We don't need meaningless beats.
Facts.
Do the questions you ask yourself going into a beat, do they change per beat, or do you have like the same answers or same questions for every beat?
You know, it's funny because when I'm making beats, I try my best to like get into flow, and when I'm in flow, I'm not really thinking too much about too many things. It's kind of like I'm in the moment painting and like speaking from my subconscious in this weird way, you know? And then it's like whatever happens, so be it. It's not like this should be here, like I need to really find the right blah 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 blah. It's like less of that. But you know, it takes I'm not perfect at it, but like it takes a lot of years of training to like realize that like some of the best pieces of music were born from flow. You know? So it's like you could be overly technical, but like are people gonna feel it? You
Right.
know?
Right.
You know, I learned that I actually learned that technique from being around Ryan Leslie for so long. Like,
Oh yeah.
there was a point in time between like 2013 and like 2016 where like I was with Ryan a lot, you know, and his music making process is so inspiring because he'll write a song with like a fucking broken piano and like a iPhone mic and like write a song and like then worry about the technical stuff later. Like, oh, we should be technical later. He's all about feeling and moment and flow. And like when I watched him create in that way, like really it resonated with me because I'm like, man, all the bells and whistles don't really matter right now. Like, you could always pick the right snare later. Like let's get the feeling first. Like let's channel God first and then let the human part of it do the human shit.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's more fun that way.
Do you get a
Yeah.
feeling when you know the beat's done? Is that a feeling as well?
Yeah. For me, a beat is finished or a song is finished when there's nothing left to take away. So if every single sound or part plays a role that's like relevant to the story or relevant to like having to be existing, then like I'll keep it. So you know sometimes you'll have like, this is like a funny example, but like you'll have like a little cowbell like ding 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 ding, and it's like that this motherfucker ain't adding no shit to this. Yeah, in fact, you're annoying. So you need to leave, like exit stage left. You know what I mean? Like you don't need the cowbell person.
Right.
You know? So once you get to that point where it's like, oh shit, snare's crazy. Yo, that hi-hat, that was crazy. Yo, that drum roll, ooh. Yo, that bass line, crazy. Like if you could say that in your mind, like that's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy. I love this part, I love this part, this part. You got yourself a song, you know?